Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily Tesla report for Wednesday, September 3rd, 2025. Let's take a look at the charts. A big picture, overhead, longer term, mid to longer term resistance in the low to upper 350s. I've been saying this like a broken record for several months now. But we've tested it quite a bit over the last several months. And the most recent test, or the most recent two tests, also coincided with this 6-week channel top that is in the low 350s, 352.77. This range does begin at 351.39, a 50% upside retracement from the December high against that April low, and of course 359.67 is a 2.5-year channel top. Were we to close above all of this, at the end of the week, above 359.67, we would enter a long-term buy signal that it would ultimately anticipate 521.96, this 5-year channel top. I would say this would be a 5 to 8 month objective. On the way up, we would have other levels. For instance, we would provide you a 2 to 3 week objective at 389.09, but we're not there. In fact, where we are is after having tested this channel top at 352.77, twice over the last few weeks, we still anticipate 312.03 as a target. On the way down, we do have this 320.37 parallel structure inside of the longer term one at 312.03. 320.37, if tested today, can contain session weakness. And it is in reach today if we're right there right now. 329.94 is the downside 3/8 Fibonacci. That is a 3/8 from the early July low against that recent high from last week. 329.94, there could be decent play here on an intraday basis if we open below 329.94, 320.37 in reach today. 320.37, I point this out as a day tradable level. I don't see this as a level that can contain selling on a 2 to 3 week basis unless you combine it as a range trader, as you scale into longer term positions, for instance, down to 312.03. It is 312.03 that we've been mentioning you can hold out for as a 2 to 3 week target below 352.77. The 312.03 formation able to contain selling through next week and even into later September. We can round up from here within 2 to 3 weeks of testing 312.03 back into the 350s. That is the dynamic at play, selling the 350s, buying the 310s, back and forth until one gives way. But 320.37, whether you want to just call this a day tradable level or a level that could represent the beginning of a range down to 312.03 that you can buy into, whether it's covering a short position you may have established a week ago or several weeks ago in the low 350s, or whether it's just going outright long as we continue into later September. That is your call entirely, and it has everything to do with what kind of trading you typically do anyway. If you're a day trader, 320.37, great. If you're a 3 to 5 day swing trader, 320.37 could represent kind of the beginning of a range down to 312.03. Unless we close below 312.03, and that is possible, and if so, then we enter a sell signal through the rest of September. Over the following 2 to 3 weeks, I would expect 280.62. So you can bottom pick 312.03 all you like. I think it's a valid approach. Bottom picking, that is to say, whether you're covering a short position you may have established last week or several weeks ago, or whether you're going long. Either one is fine by me. If we close, though, below 312.03, my suggestion is to exit a long position and consider reversing and playing the short side down to 280.62 within about 2 to 3 weeks.
If you're finding value in this analysis, it's only a glimpse of what we offer. Your real trading edge starts at wickedstocks.com. Each week, premium members receive 2 high-probability stock picks. Each one comes with a complete trade plan, including exact entry, profit target, stop loss, and regular updates so you can manage the trade with confidence. You'll also get daily video analysis in the top traded markets, the SPY, the Triple Q, and NVIDIA, highlighting the key price levels, trends, and trade setups we're focused on. Whether you're day trading or swing trading, these insights help you zero in on the highest quality opportunities with clarity. Try it all free for 5 days. Cancel at any time.
280.62 is a structure that may well contain monthly selling pressures. You can also consider it the beginning, once again, of a wide zone of longer-term support down to 261.09 that can absorb selling through the rest of the year. 312.03, if we close below it, for those of you who like to trade the big picture, the 3 to 5 week time frame, I have no problem playing the short side of the market in anticipation of 261.09. I think that is quite possible. You can kind of see it on the weekly chart, closing below the trend line at 313.67, 260.89. I think is a very simple, and sometimes it is the simple approach that works the best. It is the simple target at 260.89. This could be within 3 to 5 weeks, 1 to 2 months at the most, of closing below 313.67 on the weekly chart. And that is 312.03 basically on the daily chart. Upside today, I don't know if we chart it or not. I didn't look, but if we push or open above 329.94, 340.50 in reach, that can contain intraday buying pressures. If we open above 329.94, we might trade inside of 329.94 to 340.50, for the entire day. But if we close today above 340.50, I think we've got a good low for the week. And over the next day or two, the market sort of claws its way back into the 350s once again, where this market can top out through the rest of September and fall away again within several weeks to 312.03. As I mentioned a moment ago, I don't see it this week, but certainly possible over the next couple of weeks that were we to close above 359.67, 521.96 becomes our next long-term objective. I need to mention that wickedstocks.com put out a stock pick on Tuesday, Humana Health. I think this is the fourth largest health insurance company in the country. Precipice of a significant buy signal. This one approaching a 30%, projected 30% appreciation in the stock. When I say return, and I do say that sometimes. What I mean by is that the stock itself can climb 30% over the following 3 to 5 months. So you can see that actually for free by going to wickedstocks.com and taking advantage of our 5-day free trial. You'll also be given access later this week to our next stock pick. Last week's stock picks, we have a number that are still pending. So you can see them all. Take notes. And even if you don't stick around, you've got all that stuff that you can then use for the next few weeks by taking advantage of our 5-day free trial. But you just might want to stick around. You'll get access to our daily triple Q, our daily SPY analysis. This is our daily SPY chart. You can see how the SPY is testing channel support. These channels go back a couple of months. This inside one goes back about 3 weeks. This longer term one goes back about 2 months. This is our base of support. We tested it actually on Tuesday. So we may actually have seen a good low for the week just based on what the SPY is saying. But I don't like to sort of segue too much or read into what Tesla might do. Tesla is in a world unto itself. The beta or its correlation with the S&P 500 is suspect at best. So it is a world unto itself. But I just wanted to put it out there that the SPY is a very tradable instrument. I don't know if you trade it or not, but if you do, you want our SPY analysis at your disposal. Please click on, go to wickedstocks.com, take advantage of the 5-day free trial. I will be back, of course, with tomorrow's, that is Thursday's, daily SPY report. I'm sorry, it's not the SPY report. I will be back tomorrow with the daily SPY report, that's for sure. But I'll also be back with the Tesla report. You have a great day.